Welcome back to Cord Cutting today, where we break down some of the biggest stories happening in the world of cord cutting, including today, MSNBC and CNN see viewership plummet with CNN's ratings hitting an all-time low in one key demographic. We'll break down what's happening and why this is a huge warning for the future of cable television. Fubo is launching a new add-on as it tries to compete with things like Amazon, Apple, and Roku to be your go-to place to subscribe to everything. These stories and a whole lot more coming up in a quick second. First of all, as always, if you want to learn more about these stories, I'll put a link to each story I talk about in the show notes and in the first pinned comment so you can read them for yourself and come up with your own opinion. We'll love to hear from you. If you're new here, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button, hit that thumbs up. Doing one or both lets YouTube know you enjoy what we do here, so they recommend our videos to more people, helping us grow, hopefully helping you break free from the high cost of television and still watch the shows you enjoy. With that said, let's dive into it. MSNBC sees viewership drop to just 13,000 viewers with a very important demographic, falling behind News Nation on its weekend viewership. Now, there are many demographics that cable is broken out into. The 25 to 54-year-olds are one of the most important because advertisers see these as the people most likely with disposable income before you start retiring or thinking a lot about retiring. Or, even if you don't, you're in the need where you need to buy, or the stage where you need to buy stuff for kids and other ones. So they're highly sought after, and advertisers often target this. Well, MSNBC's ratings dropped down to just 13,000 with this key demographic during evening programming. A very scary number with that, and it's a big drop. What does this mean? Yes, on the weekend, News Nation outperformed them. Yes, they are losing the key demographic. Overall, they still have more viewers than News Nation, but that's a pretty, 17,000. I said 13,000, I apologize. 17,000. I do apologize about that misspeak there. With this, that's a devastating drop in viewership, one that they will really struggle with to recover. Why is that so important? Again, advertisers are the ones paying attention. In that demographic, it's a very low number. Advertisers are going to be a lot less willing to spend money there. Why? Because they can go on YouTube and all these streaming services and reach that market in a much more effective way, probably for similar numbers. These networks have long gone fat on huge advertising revenue. And with this key demographic drying up, you'd be amazed at how quickly that number will vanish and go away. With the advertisers. If the advertisers bail on MSNBC, the network just can't survive in its current form. We need to do massive cuts or reorganization or sell or shut down or something. But it's very interesting. Now, they're not alone. In our next story, CNN has seen its ratings drop 45% year over year in primetime. According to Nielsen numbers, averaging only 92,000 viewers in the demographic throughout the year. In primetime, marking a 1% decrease from previous years, 94,000, according to Nielsen by Media. Again, less than 100,000 people averaging watching CNN. Again, YouTube tops that. You can get so many of these streaming services that top that for the same dollar amount or better. Continuously, we're going to see the drop in these ad revenues, or these viewerships significantly hurt their ad revenues, which at the bottom line is what makes these things go on. You can have all the viewers in the world, but if advertisers are not interested, if the key demographics are not there, they won't survive. I predict sooner than we expect, 5 years maybe, we'll see. Some of these major news channels and other major channels that you think are perfectly safe won't be here, at least not here as we know it today. Either a shell of their former self or maybe just completely gone. I'm recording this. Big Lots just announced they're shutting down. They just could not compete with the growth of other retailers. My wife and I, when we lived in Missouri, kind of far out from everything, there was a Big Lots. It was a store we went to all the time. It was attached to a Kmart. That Kmart went first. Others went. And now all remaining Big Lots are going to go away. It's just things that you'd think will be here forever. My wife and I, 10 years ago, would never have thought Big Lots would go out of business. But it did. Keep a close eye on that. But if these advertising numbers don't return, advertisers are going to seriously question, why are we spending money on cable when I can go streaming, I can go to YouTube, I can go to social media. There's so many other ways to reach people that are in that key demographic they want better than these news channels. Next story up, Fubo is launching Hallmark Plus add-ons as a standalone experience. Now, this is interesting. Fubo is really trying to diversify its business model. Roku channel, Amazon, Apple, and others have long allowed you to subscribe to multiple streaming services managed through their apps. For example, on Amazon Prime, you can subscribe to Starz and Paramount Plus and Max and all these other services. Have one app with all the content in it. Not need to jump apps, not need to have multiple logins, not need to have multiple billing profiles. You just manage it all through one. Fubo is trying to also do that to diversify its business model as it struggles to try to grow and be sustainable in a cord-cutting world. It's interesting to see how this will play out, but for now, leave me a comment. Do you use Fubo? They're not alone in this. And do you use Fubo to subscribe to other services? YouTube TV and others have also for a long time tried to diversify by offering these bundle add-ons of different streaming services. I actually like it. I don't think bundling is as much the future as is single apps that kind of have everything in one spot, like Amazon Prime Video. You know, Lower Decks sadly comes to an end. I'm about to go watch this tonight. Don't tell me what happened, but I'm gonna watch the season or series finale, I should say, of it. You know what I'm gonna do as soon as I finish watching it? Go into Prime, click unsubscribe to Paramount Plus, and I'm done with it. So check that out, you know, as an option. But do you use that for Fubo? Leave me a comment, let me know. If you're a Max subscriber, they're offering a Max Rewind, breaking down some of the biggest streaming of 2024. Much like you see on different apps, you know, the books you read the most in 2024, the songs you listened to most in 2024. Now Max is doing that there. Let me know, do you enjoy those? Do you enjoy the top 10 this or top 10 that? Leave me a comment, let me know what you enjoy. I'd love to hear from you and what you think of it. All right, another RSN struggling out there, hoping over-the-air TV could save it. The Atlanta Braves and Gray Media have expanded a broadcasting deal that will bring some of the Braves games, including 10 spring games, to over-the-air television on a variety of Gray's own networks throughout Georgia, allowing the games to be broadcast for free. Now we've seen that other networks do this. It's kind of one of those things they're admitting that, hey, our viewership is really small, and sometimes putting a few of these games maybe will attract new fans by putting them on over-the-air television. We've seen others like the Chicago Bulls and more put all their games available over the air inside their market or slightly outside of it. With this, it'll be interesting to see how it plays out. I mean, you're going to be able to now watch these games in Memphis, Nashville, Jacksonville, Mobile, Alabama, and other areas, including South Carolina. You'll be able to watch the Atlanta Braves, these games, free over there through this partnership. I think that's good for the sport. It's good for the teams. It helps grow their base. I'll say this, I became a Chicago Bulls fan growing up as a kid. I lived closer to Chicago than I did to Detroit, or maybe roughly the same, but felt like it was closer. And if I watched, and I was able to get WGN America and watch the Bulls, I became a Bulls fan. Well, I think a lot of people, now that it's hard to get some of these teams, they're not becoming fans. And that's a bad news for the teams. They need new fans to keep the demand in there. All right, last story of the day. Amazon is remaking a classic. Chi Chi Bang Bang, the classic movie, is getting an Amazon remake. Okay, I heard all of you in the comments and saw you on Facebook. Yes, that is something that you don't seem all that interested in. But why? Why are you not interested in Amazon doing a remake? Sometimes I'm excited about remakes. Admittedly, often I'm not. Now, I don't necessarily want to remake a Babylon 5, but I understand the need to reboot the series. I really enjoyed the Battlestar Galactica reboot from the 2000s. I would love to see Babylon 5 continue. Unfortunately, I'm not sure that's going to happen now. So my question to all of you, what do you like about this? What don't you like about this? Leave me a comment, let me know. I'll love to hear from you. Well, that's it for today. Quick schedule look tomorrow for next week. I got videos coming up. We're going to do on Monday and probably even Christmas Eve episode. No Christmas Day cord cutting today. Maybe I'll have a special video. Maybe I won't. We'll jump right back into it after Christmas right here at Cord Cutters News. So check that out. But I hope everybody has a fantastic day. If you're not a subscriber to our newsletter, make sure you subscribe. On Christmas Day and New Year's Day, we got a special, the biggest stories of 2024 in the world of cord cutting. We'll have over here, if you subscribe to our newsletter, you can subscribe in the show notes down below. There's a link to our free daily newsletter. Every day you get an email from us with the biggest stories, including ones I don't cover here, right to your email every morning so you're ready for the day and know what's happening in the world of cord cutting. And you get a special Christmas and New Year's Day letter with a look back at 2024 and the biggest stories as we get ready for 2025. Also, keep an eye at cordcuttersnews.com. We'll start announcing the winners of our Cordy Awards, the biggest awards out there for cord cutting, with the best, your pick as a viewer, for the best cord cutting services, devices, and more. Well, that's it for today. I hope you have a fantastic day. Take care. Be safe. I'll be back again real soon.